I know it don't mean a lot to you guys because a lot of you, it doesn't bother you guys. It doesn't harm you guys, but it throws a big hindrance on our life, me and my children and my wife's life, for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing. Just because they don't agree with what I do for a living, they don't agree that this is a job. They think that, they think I should be in a factory doing work, or whatever. But, it shouldn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they consider a job or what anybody else considers a job, you know? It's called harassment is what they're doing. Harassment, stalking, all that good stuff. So, and they keep making it apparent, everybody they text, that they're going to get me shut down somehow, some way. But yet, all I do is come out here. That's all I do. That's all I do. What he thought about him, what he thought about him, how some people are, how sadistic some people are, and what ends they'll go to try to destroy somebody they just don't like. Because I ain't never done nothing to any of them people. I don't even know them people. Those people are going by the lies that they've heard. That's all they're going by. Dadgummit. Crap. One. It was the same one that's been here for a while. No, it wasn't a fake account, guys. It was him. I know his account. I know who was here, and I know who was over there. All right, we might have enough. I hope this wind ain't gonna deter us from trying to get this fire started this morning because the wind's blowing pretty good out here right now. With the wind blowing, but regardless, we're gonna attempt to build a fire whether the wind's blowing or not. And I heard somebody somewhere. I don't know where it was at. Somebody says that I wasn't very dedicated to this channel, to the stuff I do on this channel. I don't know how much damn more you dedicated you can be to a channel than to come out here in the weather that I come out here and build fires for everybody to watch. I don't know how much more dedicated you can be, but yeah, it is what it is. All right. All right. All right. All right. The way I start fires, I'm gonna make a video out of this, but I'm also gonna tell you guys a little informative. I made a video on how to make the little balls I use to make fires out of. So we're gonna get into how I actually build a fire now. And the way I build a fire is, I mean, there's no simpler way to build a fire. You get your small. I use my small sticks. I cut them up, make little bitty. Make sure they're thin enough to burn fairly easy. Hey, Susie Q. And and that's what I use. I use little bitty pieces. A lot of times, just as small as I can get them, depending on how wet the wood is. If it's really wet, they got to be really really thin. Um, but if the wood ain't really wet, I mean, they can be. They don't have to be paper thin or nothing, but you still want them to be as thin as possible because that's what gets a fire started good. Okay, I got a lot down here. I just got to find it all. Breathe this morning. All right, that's probably about enough there till I start adding a little bit bigger pieces on there. We'll see. All right. Well, all right. Let's see if we can't get us a little fire going here. All right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move you a little bit closer. A little easier to see, I believe. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna normally I'll put the my little fire thing in there first, and then put the wood on top of it. But you can basically build you a little pyramid to start with, to have it started, um, which is what I'm doing right now. Nothing major or anything. I just don't want it to fall down. These things are hard to keep up because it's so flimsy and the wind's blowing. So I'm going to try to keep it up as good as I can. But I got to leave enough room also in there to get that little piece of the fire starter down in there. So I'm just going to go around the edges of this, building a little pyramid. Sometimes I don't do the pyramid style, but if it's windy and stuff like that, I do it sometimes. So, and what we'll do is once we get it up and burning a little bit, we'll start putting pieces inside on the fire itself to make it get up to these pieces. But right now, I'm just doing it this way. And these other pieces, I'm just going to leave laying right down in here once I put that one on there. Those pieces. I left a little opening there on the side to put one of these in. Good morning, and just take you a little stick, and I'm just going to get the closest one to me, which is this one right here. And one side of it is a little bare where it was on the ground, so that just makes it a little easier to get it lit. Usually that's going to be the side that was sticking down because the stuff's going to stick to the inside of the box. But you want to take a little stick or something and kind of dig that open a little bit because you want it to be the good dry cotton with none of the stuff on it where you want to get your fire started, which is going to be right there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get it like this and get it as far in there as I can get it, but I still got to get my spark to it, which shouldn't be bad where it's at. That's the new one. I don't need it right now. And these things literally will last forever. All right. And that's all there is, starting a fire. All right, so now that we got it started, I'm going to lay a few pieces inside on the flame, even though it's coming up. I want it to start, all over really good, not just in one spot or anything. And then we'll start adding a lot more wood to it.